sacrificing my education. Then I found Learn for Life. Flexibility means I don't have to choose between practice and school. Good morning, Tante. Greetings, everyone. Let's wait till everyone gets on. Let's see, what is it that some people don't understand? What is on Mother Earth, the land? So let's talk about it. Okay. And we can find out more information to help one another and understand and allow ourselves to understand what is out there on Mother Earth that likes to wander into people's home, their ranch area, and see what it is that they don't understand. And I can try to help them figure it out. So that way, maybe they can know and what it sounds like. Okay, so let's wait for a few more people to come on. Those are just peekabooing, that's fine. You're welcome to do. Stay and go however you like. And get a few more people, and then we can go ahead and talk. I can answer some questions or see what you all have to say. I do know that there are many people who have many questions, but they just don't know how to approach it. And it's okay if you don't know how. But if you're willing to ask me, and if I can answer it correctly for you, that'd be wonderful. Or if you just want some advice, maybe. And let's see how many people will come in. Tanse. Okay. Good morning. Greetings. I am Elder Medicine Bear Claw. I am from Blackfoot Mountains. And I understand that many people are very curious what are in these woods or the forests besides bears and mountain lions, cougars, wild boar, elk, moose, deers, coyotes, fox. There's raccoons, possum, bats. Majority you're going to find many things in cryptids are like the it. The it is, us indigenous natives are not allowed to say it because it's like you're welcoming no matter where they're at. Many times, then, and it will either get to you or they look for the prey. And sometimes it could be a young one. So, it is very dangerous. And also, there is Chapacala. It looks like a greyhound, and it sucks the blood out of the animal. It's either chickens, actually small prey it looks after. And then there is the Wingalo. And how many people do you know or have known what it sounds like? Um, then there are people saying there is a Satanga. A Satanga is a Bigfoot, and we indigenous natives have different names for them. Um, Also, too, there is also, they say, a Mothman, the Lizard Man, and there's one more. But trying to understand is hard for humans. Danse John's greetings. So, um, many people have been asking me, and I've gotten emails and messages. How is it that? What kind of sounds do they make? Or what do they look like? Well, this is why I made this channel, so people can have somewhat understanding what they do. Um, Many other channels say what they are too, but some are right, some are wrong. So Mama Rainfeather and I were the ones making this channel and trying to explain things to some people, because knowing these things are in the forest, in the woods, and they smell you in their area, so they want to be, what is it? What is that smell? Okay, many of them smell very different. Almost some will smell the same, but sometimes people don't understand that when they do approach your area, they tend to also see if you have fear inside yourself. They observe you. They're just not going to come and attack you all at once. They will watch you. And if they feel that you're at one point where your heartbeat is not the same as your mind, then that's a good challenge for them to get you. So it's you need to think hard how you want to go into the forest or even the woods, because you have to allow your heartbeat be calm as well as your mind, so that way it's together and you're having joy going into Mother Earth. You always thank you. Hi, hi. Nistaye koshite gonaina. Thank you for allowing me to come on with you, Mother Earth. You want to observe the beauty of nature, but many people don't understand that sometimes nature can be dark. In certain areas, you have to see if you're all right with it. So when you come upon something I just see me nervous and scared, then that's when they're going to come close to you. So when you do can kind of get nervous out there, just glance and then keep going, keep walking, like you don't even see them, because then that's the best way. They won't bother you much. And when you are willing to know and understand things, and the more you come out in the woods, things will start. Oh, this wasn't here. This is new. Oh, this rock was not here. How did this big old boulder get here? Well, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes they will move things because they don't want you to have a normal visual of walk. Yes, you can ignore them. Just go on like you're with your hike. You're hiking, and just observe, be happy. Talk to yourself so you won't have anything come in front of you until it's closer. But usually when they come around and you're walking, let's say a Bigfoots, they always have they will always be around watching you, and they they will smell you, they will feel you. Sometimes they can take your energy. My clan, when I went to go see them, believe me, I was with joy, but I am hurting now. But it's okay. I tell myself it's all right. You're tough. You don't give up. Yes, I got scolded by the doctor. Got scolded by my daughters. But you know what? I enjoy it. And the overwhelming, they took some of my energy from me. And I'm okay with that. Because they do come to my home. They come right into my patio. And they come in behind my shed. And if things I didn't want in a certain area, they move it for me. My husband's always said, "What the heck? I thought I had all this over here and it's all piled up nice. Did you go out there and move this stuff?" I said, "Nope. Nope." But when it's like when I went up there at first, I was unsettled because I was thinking, am I going to make it up there? And I kept telling myself I can make it up there. So I did. That's why I say you can't allow your mind to go before your mouth moves or your feet. You have to go together. So that way, when you do enter the forest or the woods and understand your own body language, your own feelings, and you hear noises, and many people automatically say, "What was that?" You can either keep walking or you can stop, look around, or it's like you can sit there and breathe and release and breathe and release. And then if you see something, because sometimes people say they can't see, remember the reflection in your glasses. They can see what a video can, if you're videoing, it could be in front of you and you not knowing, but your lens will tell you. When you're, let's see, I know Illinois and Ohio, they have a lot of activity. But also, Wyoming and Canada and Virginia have a lot of activities too. The activities there are saying that there's like more of a Bigfoot and it, and they try to call it out. When you do call them out, I hope you're protected. Um, you can pray to Jesus Christ, pray to Creator, pray to Mother Earth, and ask to give you the vision and the security, because you don't want no harm come on you. Many times people do go in the forest or the woods. Oh, you're investigating. Many people say hunts. Be sure you are aware of your area. Because if you run, they're going to come more. But I promise you, if you're not protected, they will come. You say, I am not here for you. Don't attach yourself to me or my equipment, my radio or my phone, any kind of equipment. Now, I did lose someone very special from my it, and she's no longer here. But I believe she travels everywhere still, facing it. From what she was telling us is that she wanted to understand it, because a lot of us natives haven't really, over the years, back many years, maybe the early 1400s, to really investigate the it. Mama Rainfeather said the one time she came close to us when she was a teenager, and she was with another colleague from the Navajo tribe. Them two went up to the mountain and started asking, we're here to talk about you. We're interested in you. What are you about? Where do you live? How do you eat? How can you see? How can you feel? Can you be like Satangas? Now, they spoke with the Satangas and they said, no, it's not like them. They cannot manifest like a Satanga. But it's like this shirt. It looks pink, but in the camera it looks white. So it's faded. But that's how it's like grayish white. And it will have some gray, dark gray spots around it. Usually they are tall between 5 to 11 feet tall. Danse face, greetings. So, and the ones that we have visioned of by sight, they're not very wide. They're very tall and slim. And we all were interested in knowing what they are. Now, many elders from prior had told Mama Rainfeather and this native from Navajo tribe that they smell bad, and that the Satangas, Bigfoots, they don't want nothing to do with them. They're not scared of them. They just believe to stay away because they want their soul. They say they take on the ones that have anger. Now, when Mama Rainfeather had told me some stories when I was young, she told me if you're ever in the forest or the woods and you're by the lake, make an offering to Mother Earth and also the water, because the water can save you sometimes. And those who don't know how to swim, you will learn. They say that they stay somewhere underground and it's very smelly. I don't know if people have smelled death before. I have many times. And that smell is not good. It smells like the flesh is rotten and has like a worse odor than an egg. It's almost as bad as a dead carcass, a dead animal. That smell, you'll always remember that smell. It's worse than a Bigfoot. So when you want to know about the it and try to call upon it, just be careful, please. I understand many people are curious and they call it and say they're not afraid or they're curious. Well, all I have to say is just be careful, be protected, because the only thing that can really kill it is sober. Many of my elders, besides myself, we have been talking about it, and ever since Mama Rainfeather had passed on from it, we have talked and tried to understand. And many of us want to go to Canada and go to the cabin where she was, which is not too far from the res. We believe that there was a conflict between a Satanga and a it, but she was also recording, and we still have not found. Many have tried to search the area, no finding at all. It can, we think maybe they picked it up and took it. Danse, JP, welcome. So these its will take your breath away, yes. You will feel like you are suffocating, you can't get your breath. So this is why I tell you to be very, very careful. Also in my bag there's something there to protect you. If it tries to even touch you, there is something in there. But if it comes behind you and it has full force of energy, It will. It can get you. It can get you off guard. But we've been told from the other elders, like I said, the elders and I have been talking about this. What is it that we can try? Because now this is a second time an elder has been attacked. One was attacked and it was having um, bad dreams and wanting to kill whoever was in front of him. And this is not good. We did all kinds of prayers. We had Zooms from other tribals to praying that our medicine, like myself, we were praying and hoping that this would do. And as they were putting the medicine that we do make to help, because he was already like feeling sunk in, and we're asking the Creator to heal him and what we had gotten from Mother Earth to put on him. But unfortunately, being like that for the 2 months, he passed. There was no way for us to save him. Now with Mama Rainfeather, it was very difficult because none of us, she was sitting on her rocking chair right in front, smoking her little pipe. She can hear the Satanga, she was talking with them, and then they all of a sudden they were telling her that, be aware. And when she stood up to be aware, and then she turned to her left and she says, sit. I know how she is. She is a very feisty and brave woman for a 94-year-old. I have told her many times that we can never be as strong as an it. And she says we need to face it. We need to know about it, because all tribals haven't really understood why. We acknowledge it. We know what it can do, but we would like to communicate with it. And that's where it was different and it was harder, because she herself wanted to understand who it was, and as it grabbed her, she's gone. The thing is, her eyes were not there. When they found her, her eyes were not on her. So what I'm saying is, when you go out to whatever site you're visiting to investigate, I ask of you always be calm here, relax here, so it comes together that you are relaxed and you can breathe little by little. As you're breathing, you're enjoying the scenery of Mother Earth. You know, you can touch the tree, feel the energy with your energy. Maybe that tree might need some, because it's been taken from it. When these trees live on and breathe, they need the water, they need the wind, they need the energy from Mother Earth down below. Sometimes it might come across a Wingalo. Now, I understand many people are to want to know about the Wingalo. A Wingalo also can take you, but they torment you mainly. They don't eat you just yet. They like to see what they can use from you, which will be your flesh, your skin. They will very much pull one arm out, one leg out, just to feel and see what they can do. Danse Roger, welcome, my love, welcome. If you're interested in knowing about the Wingalos, they too are loud. They have the hands just like us, but they also have their claws. And they also have a rack. Many people say, well, I only see two. Well, I've seen four. It just tells you the order they are. Doesn't say sound wave. How would you know if it is around you or sneaking? Myself, I do know. Because I could smell it and I can taste the ugliness. It gives out a bad odor. The same thing with the Wingalos. They have bad odor too. But their odor is more like a wet dog almost. Like a bear. The smell of the bear. Have any of you smelled like how bear is? It's just like almost exactly the same. The Wingalos, they do wander in each surface of the woods. They too will stay close to shelters. They have their own family too. Yes, they do. Um, they really don't hide in caves. They might have the young, but no. They're usually out. They like to make shelter, almost like the teepees that the Sotanga makes. But these are larger branches. And they leave a big opening for them. And they come and they sit. Now they like to roam from 9 in the nighttime, and they will come. They smell. It's like you can hear them make that sound of this, trying to smell what's in the area. And they do travel, but they do take their time. Because if they're hunting, then yes. Sometimes you can hear them. They use the flesh, and when you're around deep in the forest where really no one likes to go, and then you see the Bigfoots. Now Bigfoots and them, they have bawled. They have fought. And it's really because there's like territories. This I do know about the Wingalos a lot. My uncle had told me many stories about them and how there's a ranch in Virginia, and the Wingalo stayed on the baseline of the trees, and then 100 yards is the ranch. They can't pull one cow, and what they do is they'll break it in half, and they'll leave half there and bring the other half. They will even get your chickens, break the neck, and take it. I know that they had left eggs, but they usually take the eggs too. Sorry, I'm eating my donut. My husband bought donuts because I haven't been eating. I told him all I want is something sweet. And then I have been craving watermelon. I gave all my watermelon to my clowns. So my uncle he's infatuated with them more than a Bigfoot. He um he lives off the res too, and he isolate himself from us because he doesn't like the laws of humans or indigenous native laws. He lives off the grid. Last time I saw my uncle was, I think I was 25. We hear from him time to time. I heard from him 5 years ago on the phone because he will call and say, I need this, I need. And I said, okay. I bring it to him or another relative in Virginia City. Sometimes it's you can't find the plant that we make medicine for, so we bring the seeds so he can grow them there. But most of the time, he just lives off from Mother Earth. I do ship him powdered milk. Um, he does. He told me he eats many things out there. He's even eaten skunk. And I said, how in the heck did you? Once they get on the trap and after the spray, he says he guts the spray out and cleans, gets the skin, hang it, which I've done too, but not skunk. I've never eaten skunk. Frog legs taste like chicken. Rattlesnake tastes like chicken. Um, there's different clams you can find in the water. Squirrel kind of tastes like it's kind of rubbery, so I like mine deep fried. I've learned how to cook from Mother Earth and give back. I like to work as the plants and what plant leaves you can eat to make it like spinach. There's many things, a firm plant you can eat. Many people have many plants in their homes and they don't realize you can eat it too. Some use it for medicine. I do. There's some tree leaves I use. It depending, banana, the banana tree. You cut that down and eat a banana tree. It's like bamboo almost. Sometimes people don't understand that when you are out in the, I want to say out in the field, but out in the woods and the forest, there's many things there to eat if you know what you're eating. Or if it is, sometimes people, they have emailed me and told me, well, you talk about, have you gone? Well, this past year I couldn't go. I had a broken leg. But I have most of my life. I did a lot of trekking. Other people don't understand, and when you track, you're not just tracking what you're looking for. I'm tracking for everything. I want to see what creature's print is this, or what handprint is left on the tree or a branch. Now they say that in the watery area, like a swamp, the swamp man, they say is like a Bigfoot that lives in the swamp area. Did you know the swamp man lives in the cave? There's a water line from the swamp, and as it goes more into a deeper area, and part of the mountain's right there, they'll stay right there because it's cool. They have to stay, their body has to stay cold. They don't like the heat. Does anyone have any other questions they wanted to ask? Okay. Well, one person, 2 likes. It must be getting really bad. I don't care. Maybe I'll just start doing videos and just instead of going live. But I like answering questions, so. Well, I guess what I'll do is I'll stop here, and next time what I'll do is I'll just do a video, since there's not that many people and they just watch later, which is fine. So, drop down on after this, leave a comment, or you can email me, or go to my Facebook page, Elder Medicine Bear Claw, and you can leave me messages, or if you have pictures and you want to share, you go right ahead, post them on my page. There's other investigators that go out there and they post on my page too, and they ask me, do you know what this is? Can you give me a heads up? What? I don't mind helping people out, but when it's a constant, you need to learn yourself how to see what it is. If you're really out and about and you're trying to learn your your area, it's important, very important, to look at the ground, feel how hard, or is it soft? Is the branches there for a reason? Who made it? What does it look like? It's important to know. But when you're out there on Mother Earth, it's very important. I would like to take a picture, but I don't want no attachment. It's important everybody understand Mother Earth. It's her woods, it's her forest. We're just a guest. But you have to understand too, asking permission or just walking in and doing it and then putting down tobacco, that's fine. But also, if you want to be right with Mother Earth and the Creator, I'm coming through your forest, I'm entering your woods. I want to observe the nature, the beauty of it. I might take some pictures here. I'm being I'm blessing you as I am blessing for myself to put down tobacco, to have the respect and give guidance. If Mother Earth can give me some guidance, open my eyes to see what is there, open my ears to help me hear. It's important. A lot of time people just walk right in, and then all of a sudden, oh, did you hear that? Did you feel that? It's everyone, gets all shaky. Sometimes it can catch you off guard. But if you're not careful, they'll be right by you, and you'll feel like a touch, but barely tap you. It's the tip of your shirt, and all you can hear is phew, and you can feel it go by. Because the Satangos do cloak, and they cloak into the tree. But if you look good, you might see their face right in the tree. And it's important. Tell the tree thank you. Give it, give back by saying thank you for allowing me, Mother Earth. These are beautiful trees. Why the branches are on the ground? Because what is in her area allows it. But they also respect and repay her back. They help remove a tree to place a tree somewhere. They try to give it growth again. They also remove a tree that is already dried, dead. They move it, they use it to make a portal. They can use it to make leverage for the young ones, the juveniles, to learn how to climb up fast. Just in case there's, how do you say in your language? Predator, I think. How do you say? Nesko, someone in your territory. So, and it's important that we understand when we come there, it's their home. It's just as this is our home. For example, this is my home. My clan do come. Many people say, oh, no, they don't. Yes, they do. They're just like spirits. When you have, let me finish. When they come in, sometimes you can feel them, sometimes you can't. It depends how they're reacting. You will sometimes hear noise popping. You will hear, feel like a breeze just went by you. You can actually smell them. My husband always, I think your buddies are here. My family is here. I know. I've seen them already. I smelt them already. So they can. And when you have communicated with them so long, they have that trust in you to show you who they are, and you show them how you are of respect. They will. They say that they don't follow. Other investigators say they don't. No, they don't. Okay, that's you. But I know all the indigenous natives that live on the res and the ones that live off, we know those who have investigate them in many areas, they do. So this is why I say they do come, because you can feel the different spirits. And it's just like they'll alert you if there's a predator around. I have a big field of corn field all around me. So mine does. I tell them, come, feast now with the corn. Grab as much as you want and go. or come and stay. They're more welcome to come and stay in my house. The dogs around here, they know who they are. Sometimes they'll just, if there's a new dog in the area, barks, they'll tell them shh in their own way. Not like that, but they will, because they speak to the animal. They say some satangas or Bigfoots will eat a dog or hurt a dog. They'll play with it actually, because really they have a dog man with them, and that's who watches the juveniles. Now, I got an email, something about our fairies and dragons are real. And they say, well, the news found a bone, and it is true. There is little village people. They're very small, and they do roam around the world. Yes, there is fairies. Well, that's only fairy tale stories. No, there is fairies. You just think you're swapping a moth. If you look really well, they're like hummingbirds. If they come around you, that means you're blessed. That Mother Earth is blessing you because you're giving so much. The Creator is asking you, give thanks. You got to believe there are things in these worlds that the government don't really say. That it's been for ancients of many years, knowing that things are here, and you want to understand why. Well, why were you born? Were you an accident, or were you? They set a date. It's the same thing. They want to live. All creatures, a worm, an ant. Sometimes ants don't know how to stop what they're doing because that's the way it is for them in their little culture, to come in the house and eat the sweets, or, you know, red ants make funnels to go down and come up. They bring up the dirt. Many people also ask, well, how do you know so much? Because I put my nose into everything. I am not afraid of a snake. I am not afraid of water. I'm not afraid of fish. I'm not afraid of trees. I respect all things. And when you have once respect, then you can feel what is around you. Mother Earth's giving you that feeling. I don't like to wear shoes. I like to be barefooted. When I have to go out of the house to a store, yes, I wear shoes. But when I am home, I'm barefoot. Sometimes I have just my sandals or moccasins. But I like to feel Mother Earth because I feel grounded. I get the energy. That's what many people don't understand. And one person says, well, how come you don't share your knowledge with other people? Oh, I do. I have a YouTube that to explain. Now, tribal nations, we had the laws that we have. We had to ask, can we? Can we, give information? I argue with them. I want to give the people some info. I know how far I can go. I respect that. I want many people to understand that, yes, lately a lot of alien ships been coming around. That's another one. I said I'm not going to just jam everybody in, but here I am doing it. I'm giving a little piece of all information. Now, in Virginia, they were telling me the tribal there says they don't understand why all of a sudden aliens are popping up. Now, are they acting like to be like humans? We call them the star people. Reason why we call them star people is because they're up there. We tell the creator, you bring the star people down, but sometimes they hurt the people down here on earth. But again, government is trying to make, or has made, like a ship like them, and for us not to know about. Now, is it them that's doing it, going around? And then the people on earth look up and say, oh, is it? Or is it actually the star people trying to remember where they have put a station? Some of it is inside the mountain, some of it's in the water, some is in different states. I do know that, we indigenous are curious about the star people too. We know that they do come around when it's heavy rain. We do know when it's in the heat. They have like made their own cave and then place a rock stone in front of it. But they're in the mountain for this one, and to understand why or what around. They're curious as much as we're curious about them. They say, one councilwoman said, well, my son has been, I believe, touched by the star people, because he said that he was on the table and there was a lot of lights and they were holding him down and like trying to read his face. Again, he got sick, but he's okay now. And sometimes things can scare us, other things, can leave us ill. So again, we're not the only humans on this earth. There's many creatures that are alive. The star people are alive. But we also wonder, how can they breathe? What do they really look like? Can they really become us? Can they do an image of us and act like us on the other side of the world? Many of us say that there's twins of us somewhere out there. I had a best friend that I'd known for about 40 years. She was very infatuated with the star people. And she was an American. She wasn't native. We grew up together. And one second, please. Okay, sorry about that. Just respect. So anyway, we're very excited about Star People. And when let's see, I believe it was 2015. She had went camping with her family, and this was in Idaho. They were there around the lake, and she was telling me that they seen like something with different lights. It was like green and yellow, and it would come in different areas. So, excuse me. Okay, sorry. So, she believes she might have been touched. I don't know because I don't read my friends. I don't sense them and stuff. But the following, I think like 5 months later, she had passed. And that was the only best friend I had. So when Mama Rain Feather said that, oh, we can have more friends when they come. Excuse me. And when you feel the trust, and when it'll open and they'll tell you, and you'll feel it again, you have another friend. So there's, I have many associates, I say, that are friends, and those who enter my life, I try to give blessings to. But again, like I say, everyone, you can look outside, talk to the sky, and see the star people. But there are many investigators too that go and investigate the star people. Some have followed them for many years. Indigenous natives, we have too investigated some, and we talk about it. What is important that we need to know? Is it going to bring harm to our village? Is it going to be harm to the people? And it's important. And they say, well, are they the same as the fairies? Did the star people send the fairies? Star people have been here. Fairies have been here. It's just the people are just realizing it. Because some Mother Earth's giving them the sight to actually see them fly or plant themselves. So it's true. You might know. You might understand. Let's see. Who did I miss? Oh, Damien Dansey, Uncut, Wally World, Tennessee, Marcy Dansey. Greetings, greetings. Welcome to my channel. Marcy says, I go barefoot all the time. So does my daughter. It's good to be grounded. Yes. Bob, don't say, sweetie, how are you? I hope everybody is good. Excuse me. Sorry. Just respect for my husband. He doesn't mind, and sometimes he does. So I tell him it's fine, don't worry. Um, I hope I have helped many of you understand things. Um, it's just like wanting to know someone and understand. It takes two, you know. And When I talk about the star people, it always makes me think of my buddy. And, and sometimes I'm grateful that I did have her in my life. You know, I'm good, just sore still. The swelling has gone down. I did some medicine and wrapped with cabbage leaf, and then I put strips, like a sheet. I stripped them to make a strap and wrapped my leg so that the medicine and the cabbage can help the swelling to go down. I shouldn't have been walking up the hill, but I'm stubborn. And I do, it's like my husband says, "You're like a man almost." I said, "No, I'm not trying to be a man. I'm trying to be me." He goes, "Well, bear claw fits you all right because you're stubborn and you're like, mm." I'm like, what is that? But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of any man. And sometimes men take it the wrong way and go, "Oh, she's a bee or something." Thank you. I don't care. You can call me all names you want. And yes, sometimes I do challenge my husband, and he don't like it because I know men don't like to be challenged. It does the ego just as well as a woman. It hurts their ego. But I'm I'm different. Ever since I was 6, tracking, hunting, scouting, in sports, horse racing, baseball, softball. Only thing I didn't do was basketball. I played basketball, but I didn't do any of that. I did, we call arches, bow, done that. I got many certificates and trophies. Um, I can honestly say that there's a few men that are afraid of me, and not by words, by strength and mind. So, and that's okay. Um, I have come across many different women too that um, try to pretend they're tough and stuff, and then if I read them and I'm like, "Why are you doing that? Can't you be yourself?" That's the same thing I tell the men: just be yourself. But many people on this earth like be fake or do challenge. Well, I've challenged many people and they don't show up, so I'll let it be. But I am trying, my heart is, to save up so I can go out back east. I want to spend 2 weeks or a week and a half. I want to go out to Ohio. I want to go out to Michigan. I want to go to PA. And I want to go out to Virginia. So I figured I can fly out, rent a car, bless you, and then drive drive around. I thought about, oh, there's a delay. I even thought about to New Jersey where Jackie is. Where Jackie says she'll meet me in PA, and I think that's not that far from her. But let's see, John P. Bong me. What's that? I really learned a lot from you. Oh, height. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to help those who are really willing to learn and understand. Yes, men do take things the wrong way, and it's their nature. And sometimes it's the nature of a woman to um, unspeak wisely. So many men and women, this is why they clash. But then they say, well, it's the horoscope, or well, I'm Scorpio, my husband's Scorpio. And they say we're not compatible. Hey, look, all these years we've been together. Yes, he's got some stubbornness. So do I. But we communicate. You know, we both don't believe in yelling at each other. It's unnecessary to yell. This is why a lot of the young children today, the generation, they get married real fast. And I understand some of the culture. They say, oh, you got married because you're pregnant. Honey, let them make their decisions. If they could put it in and become pregnant, and the other ones also, then they need to deal with it. It's like I said, it's just a piece of paper. You can live 40 years. Okay, enough of that. November 8th, my husband November 7th, and I'm the 28th of October. I was supposed to be a Halloween baby, but I came early. I said, this is my family too. A couple of my aunts from First Nation, they, that's Creed area. They say, oh, Ramona the witch. I would laugh every time they say that. And she would tell me, hi, Mija, you're supposed to be the Halloween baby. Why can't you? Sorry. This one wanted to full force come out. But believe me, I really enjoy telling everyone many experiences I've had and give them the knowledge, giving you knowledge to understand, what is out there. I try to help many people, but again, many people are very stubborn and only want to hear what they think they heard or they want to hear. But that's okay. I also say that for those who want to learn, will learn. For those who want to play, will be unplayed. So I have over 300 channels that I was protecting. And once I felt there were, over the years, I let that go. So now I think I'm only down to 100 or maybe 75. I'm not sure anymore. I haven't looked at my book. This is my new one. I write down all the channels, all the people, their phone numbers, address, things I've sent them that they needed, paranormal or Bigfoots. Again, the Wingalo, or this one lady. Her husband has a channel for paranormal, and he likes to do it around creeks and lakes and cemeteries. They pay for my way to come out there and to cleanse their home. I did their home, the barn, and the horses. Um, and if I could do a little mixture of the medicine protection on the ground. So I did that. And I was very grateful for them to fly me out there. And they were saying, "Well, would you make on the res? Um, okay, would you like stew? Do you like tacos?" Yes, we do make fry bread out of for tacos, or we can just use plain tortillas. I can make them too. Make tortillas, flour or corn. And they said, "Well, we got some elk meat. That's good. I can make stew if you want. Um, do you like liver?" "Oh, yes, I love liver. Liver, onion, and tomato. I cook it together. Well, not just all in once, I put the onions in, the tomatoes." And we had mashed potatoes. I had made mashed potatoes and homemade gravy. I do know how to cook. And when I cook for like 10. And to this day, I still have a hard time doing just for 2 because I'm so used to the kids and my grandbabies being here. But now they're all grown to teenagers. They only come on certain days. Nisna means grandmother or nana. "Can you make me this? Can you make me that? I want tortilla with cheese, like a quesadilla, grilled cheese." Yeah, but see, mine, what I do is I'll make the homemade flour tortilla for them. And then I grate the cheese. And then I use 2 tortillas. Sometimes I'll put meat in there, put a little bit of the hot sauce or avocado. And they like it. Or I make soupy. Um, a noodle soup, which my husband says it's called sopita. And I sometimes put little small potatoes and ground meat. I do many different dishes. Um, I have about 4 steaks of elk left, and I got 4 chickens. And believe me, when I know that my family here, well, they're not actually family, but I call them family, my residents, and there's 45 kids here. We always make sure, if they're not working, because some of them are farmers that come a ways. Some of them are single mothers, and they live so long on their income. And I'll tell my husband, "I think this person's kind of low. Let's make a budget. We don't want the children to go without or them." So there's a few here, teenagers. They told me they had went over by Reno, hiking up the mountains, and they thought they saw a Bigfoot. And I'm like, "Oh, where? What part?" And then, "Well, it's like the border." I said, "Well, really?" Because that's where I go. "Oh, and it's like it got 4 tiers up." I said, "Yeah. Well, we didn't go all the way up. We just barely went to 1." I go, "Okay." They usually don't come in 1. They'll come for me because they knew I was hurt. But usually I go up to 3rd or the 4th one. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4-wheeler, or what do you call it? It's a 4-wheeler. Um, Goodness. Neka no shite. Me nakashite. My mind got so much I want to say, but um, a 4-wheeler. I guess it's called a 4-wheeler. I can take it up there and how it is. Oh, Dansei Jerry, welcome to my channel and my life. Thank you for coming. Speaking of many things about it and Satangas and Wingalo. So I help many investigators go out there. Please, everyone, be kind to him. He is a friend and he loves to fish. But we are all kind and we all get information what is needed to know and understand what is in the forest or the woods. And we give our thanks to Mother Earth, bless her back, and you'll be blessed too. So now I do want to talk about one more thing. If a Satanga, which is a Bigfoot, will they likely to live in a cave or a mine or close to some water source? Can anybody answer that question? Water source. You know, actually, it's all four. But yes, they do stay close to water source because it's also like a highway for them. Like everyone says, the power lines, water sources also. It doesn't matter how deep it is because they can swim. Many people don't think they know or they don't ask, but even the scientists, professors, they don't know everything. They only, if you Google everything in, say, Google Bigfoot, you're going to go to one site, to another site, to another site. And then they're not really giving you accurate information. When you are investigating in the forest or the woods, like I've been saying, be grateful, be caution, keep your mind calm and your heart calm. Let it combine together as you're breathing. So it shows no fear when you go out. You know, it's important that when you go and speak with them, investigate about them in the nature of Mother Earth, you have to believe in yourself. You want to look around and make sure this is point A for the exit. If you go down further, like I said, what we used to do, we used to break a twig close to the tree of the entrance so I would know. And I always say I'm making little markings for me so I know when to come out. And they will read me, they will read anybody. So when you're going back in and you're maybe already like 10 miles in, it's good that you leave another marking, not like a big marking and say, oh, did a Bigfoot do that or was that a human? So it does, because Mama Rainfeather used to tell me it is important that you do leave some kind of marking as a human so that way you know your way back out. Because back in the days, I mean, we didn't have phones. And you don't get service really in the woods or the forest. So if you're gonna pinpoint in your GPS, well, you better hope you got some service because that's not gonna work either. So you have to go by map. Still old fashioned map. If you got a map of the whole state park or something, okay. Pinpoint right there. And you go in. But again, like I said, some investigators are very different and they do what they say they're going to do. It don't matter what information you get or to learn about. They're going to say, we're doing my way as it is. Okay, you're going to learn somehow the wrong way and somehow the good way. Now, you go in and you want to respect them. So, what you're going to do is speak to the forest. I come here to visit, to enjoy the beauty of the sounds, the beauty of the trees. If I am lost, please guide me back. Honestly, the Satangas will lead you back. Some might want to play around with you and you're going in circles. That's because you've been playing with them. They want to play back with you. So, but they will give you advice which way to come. Maybe we just do what Bigfoot does, bend trees, etc. Don't get lost. You know, many people say bend trees are the height of their plan. Some say they're a direction. But actually, from my knowledge of 50 plus some years investigating them and communicating with them, it's usually they leave the sticks in the ground giving you directions. Or like the clan I have in Blackfeet Mountain, they'll put like it's down on the ground but sticked up, and then you have one in the bottom across, not a teepee, but in the bottom. They'll tell you sources of water, east, west, south, north. Also in Canada, the clan there that I know with Mama Rainfeather, they do the rocks. So it's either the way they are. And they get the pointy rocks, one flat on top. Danse, Nicole, I'm almost done. Still doing some. Danse, Jackie, thank you for coming. But it is very difficult for many people not understanding why. But it's also important for you to learn and understand their ways. So when there are many there that are coming out to understand, so I know many investigators go out and do their best. And there's some that try too hard sometimes. But if you actually really, really listen to Mother Earth, you can hear them. Sometimes they will leave you close to them. They will tell you, I'm here. You can smell them. Or the juveniles will be pranking you because usually they've been told no, don't get by humans, come back. And they lie. I mean, the juveniles are about as tall as us humans. Now, the baby that I know from my clan over here on the border, he is no baby. He was really, really small. Now he's bigger than me. And I'm 5'8.5". 5'8" now. Yeah, 5'8". I just got height. I forgot. Some people say, well, why do they actually want to come out and mess with us or hurt us? No one is coming out to hurt them. They're just curious. Many people are very curious of them because they've been getting more sightings around their area. So if you go and say, I'm here to visit Mother Earth and the nature around, if I see you, I'd be happy. If not, that's okay. I know that I'll be able to smell you, though, for sure. Now, Satangas do many things that humans don't understand. And they say, oh, I seen their hair over there. I want to go get it. And they'll get their, oh, so their little tweezers, get the hair. You know, many people say, oh, I got a big old clog of hair like this. Do you really need all that big hair? Actually, it don't belong to you. It belongs to them. It's okay to get a few hairs and put it in the bag, but please leave the rest there. Leave the rest there. Because if you take more than what you need to, their spirit will come and haunt you. They'll come and haunt you some way. Believe me, it will. You know, like I say, the Satangas have that smell, yes. But you got to learn the difference of the smell between a it and a Wingalo and a Satanga. There always will be some kind of identical smell between the it and the Wingalo. Because it overpowers too the Satangas. Sometimes people say, oh, that smell, oh, ooh, ooh. Well, if you can't really hang and take that smell, what are you doing investigating in Mother Earth, in the forest or the woods? Why? Because that's what you're going to smell, besides the eucalyptus in the trees or the pines or the redwoods. Why leave hair or, let's see, why leave hair? Are they gonna come back to get it later? It's because one, they got maybe from the brush of the tree, the bush. But if you took some hair and left the rest, they'll come back and get it, because then I know that human touched it. And the reason why I say this, if you took a lot of hair, and I explained this in my previous video too, that it was someone I know, his name is Paul, had took plenty of hair and put it in the bag, and he shouldn't have taken it all like that, and he got spooked. They say, people say, they don't do nothing. Okay, they don't do nothing. But if you start feeling sick, you start getting headaches, you start feeling achy, and that's going to be part of them. letting you know you took something you shouldn't have took. Just take a few and then give back. Because then when you take it back and then you say, I apologize, I took more than I should have, here it is, they're going to respond back. I promise you this. But it's necessary just to take a few. If they're willing to let you have some hair, then you also got to make sure it is a Bigfoot. Because bear has long hair too, like that. But I will say this: Asatanga's hair, it glows. Why don't they come out and ask for the hair back? I didn't know what hair was. They don't do that. They're always going to make us think. But again, it's nature how people automatically do is, oh, they see something, they take it. I know many people do that. When I'm out in the field and I'm investigating, I always tell Mother Earth, if I find something, I will give you back something. It's just like, I really don't take pictures of any of my clans. I'll take pictures as I'm going up to show, but as a respect that I have known them for 50 some years, I am not going to risk my life and my trust with them. I tell them I have a camera with me, I have my phone, I might take a picture because I love the way the tree has blossomed. And if you're there, I apologize. Believe me, I speak to Mother Earth and all creatures. And people will say, oh, that lady's talking to herself. That's fine. But I'm letting those wanting to learn how to do things right. So if you're out investigating and you're curious of many things, you got to have respect. How would you like someone come and take your underwear off the line or your favorite shirt and rip it up and leave half there and I'll take the other half? I don't think you would care for it. Or took your keys and you didn't know, and then you think, oh, I lost the keys, and everybody's looking all over the place for the keys. That's happened before many times. Yes, Henry. Yes, that's why I say bear. Very true. If my hair came if my hair came out, I care wouldn't care if the Bigfoot had it. Bigfoot won't take your hair. No, I don't. I believe they wouldn't have done anything. Excuse me. So again, there would. I mean, they won't touch your hair. They will. If you're in a certain campsite and everybody's out asleep, they might go through the garbage, or if you leave things out. Not all will always eat meat. Not all clans. Wouldn't be better if Bigfoot just came out and. I don't think they would. They're just like humans. They don't like to be bothered. They don't want. know who you are unless you have many years experience with them and the trust. And it takes years to have trust with them. Yes. It is always to Mother Earth because that is their home, and if your apologies or you say, "Yeah, I apologize, I've stepped over your area, I'm just passing through." Many different people have experienced different things and sometimes unnoticed. So, well, everyone, it is time for me to come to a close. I will be on tomorrow morning. We can talk about it again. And I do appreciate for those who have did donations to me. It helps me greatly. Yes, be grateful and understand other clans, other creatures. No matter where you are in a state park or whatever, always give a blessing. Okay. I hope everyone have a blessed day. Remember, be kind to yourself and to others. Allow your heart to beat with your mind clear. So, again, we will continue tomorrow. Many blessings. Hi, hi. You have a good day. Be safe if you're traveling. Be safe anyway. Okay? Much love, much blessings, and everyone have a good day. Bye bye.